Mel, everybody, I'm Cantonese Cat Mel. Hey everybody, Cantonese Cat here. I want to show you the weekly chart of Bitcoin here. We have found support at the bull market support band. The bull market support band consists of two things. It consists of the 20-week moving average and SMA, as well as 21 moving average, the exponential DMA. So far, it's really bouncing from a very much of an uprising 20-week moving average. It found support right there. And it found support from the support band over here as well. So, like, most likely because of how uprising it is, it's probably going to end up being pretty decent support. Whales have not left yet, right? So everything is actually still looking pretty favorable. And another thing I like to look at is the 2-day Ichimoku cloud. If you look at the 2-day Ichimoku cloud, you can see that it has bounced from the top of the cloud, and it did a little bit of back test here again. And you can see the 2-day Ichimoku cloud has served as very, very good, decent support. Resistance over here before it broke out, support at the bottom of the cloud, support at the top of the cloud, and during the bear market it served as very, very strong resistance, right? Resistance, backtest resistance, backtest resistance. And it's been a very, very strong support and resistance zone here at the 2-day Ichimoku cloud. Right now, we're in the process of trying to bounce above the top of the Ichimoku cloud over here on the 2-day chart. Now, on the weekly chart, again, I also want to show you there's a little bit of confluence over here too. With the weekly chart, with these Ichimoku cloud analysis, you get two lines in addition to the cloud down here, which is the conversion line or the Tenken, and the baseline, which is the Kijun. You're really seeing a very confluent support over here at the rising 20-week moving average, which is the big part of the bull market support band, as well as the Tenken, the conversion line over here. So you're really finding some pretty decent support. Even over here, the last couple of months, you're really finding a lot of these really nice wicks down here. These all basically telling you there's a lot of demand underneath right here. And I guess we're just trying to go for maybe one last tap over here. How far is this one last tap going to go? Is it going to go down further? Is it going to go down to like 56,000? Is that a possibility? Is it going to go down to like 56,000 over here at the bottom of the cloud? Again, it's not just the top of the cloud is going to be serving as support, right? The bottom of the cloud also could be support. So could it end up just going back down and actually need to go all the way down to 56,000 to scare the crap out of everybody before going higher? Or are we just going to find support up here at this confluent zone over here at the bull market support band, as well as at the conversion line weekly, right? Whales have not left yet. You still have about like 85% whale. So I'm going to give this a benefit of the doubt, saying that, hey, this could be where we bounce from, or maybe it doesn't. It's okay. If it goes down lower, that's okay. The miners certainly seem to be suggesting that Bitcoin may be nearing its local bottom. So we'll see. There's a lot of confluence over here in terms of support, so we'll see. Ethereum, a very, very similar picture. If you look at a weekly, it also again bounced from the bull market support band at the very, very quickly rising 20-week moving average. If you also look at the volume, the selling volume has just absolutely been just pathetic. Whales are still in. Still got about like 89% whales in Ethereum. Again, it bounced off a very, very quickly rising 20-week moving average from a part of the bull market support band, as well as bouncing from the conversion line here around 3,400. So I think we might be finding some pretty decent support over here too. And again, whales still haven't left yet. So if you're talking about some lower support, there's a potential it can go all the way down to maybe like the 3,200s, maybe even as low as like 3,100. I think that's probably going to be as low as Ethereum goes. It just doesn't really have the momentum. It just doesn't really have that volume for it to really go down further. This over here was a very, very nice hammer candle last week. So I think that we're really near the bottom, if not at the bottom. Even if it goes down further, I think there's limited downside. And if we're able to find support, if it bounces up and break this whole resistance zone right around here, I think it's got a lot more room to go. So that's Ethereum. You look at Solana, it's a little bit weaker. It broke down underneath the bull market support band. But you look at the Ichimoku cloud, you can see it also kind of broke down the Ichimoku cloud over here too. So Solana is looking a little bit weaker, even though initially you think that, hey, it was looking very, very strong. But regardless, it's still forming a very, very nice bull flag. Regardless, you still have greater than 50% whales in, around 60% whales in so far for Solana, but it's looking a little bit weaker. If I look at the Solana chart, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit to the monthly chart here, right? Monthly chart, you still have a little bit of significant whales over here, around like 73%. And if you look at the Solana monthly chart, you can still see that it's got some pretty decent support underneath over here on the monthly. With a bullish cross over here, taking a kitchen is just basically still getting close to a taking kitchen to use them as support. And it still have like a little bit of new formation of the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud here on the monthly that is trying to break above, but so far unable to do so. But it might be breaking into a lot of energy trying to push through the Ichimoku cloud over here so far as like 139. I think it's going to end up doing that. It just needs a little bit more time and a little bit more energy, but I think it's getting close. Once you're able to break above this bottom of this monthly Ichimoku cloud, I think it can go up a lot higher. Chainlink has also been oscillating between the taking the kitchen. Has been having a bullish cross over here. Whales are still in right now. It's still got about greater than 50% whales. And I think it just needs to be done consolidating. It's been consolidating number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months now. And once it's done consolidating, I think it's going to end up pushing up a lot higher, probably challenge the cloud up here, and maybe even go up a lot higher after that. If the weekly chart, something that's very, very interesting has happened. The weekly chart, it touched the top of the Ichimoku cloud, or at least got really, really close to it. I think this could be, because of this probably could be the end of the downtrend for Chainlink, even though whales momentum are really starting to really decline. But I think you're finding some pretty decent support and a bounce from that. So that's what I'm really seeing in Chainlink. I think there's a potential Chainlink could go up a lot higher from here. Finally, I want to look at DogeCoin. DogeCoin, look at the weekly chart. Still got a lot of whales, although this week has significantly lost a lot of whales. Still up 60% whales, which is pretty decent. And you do have a very, very nice bull flag look to it, although it's been a falling knife over the last 4 weeks, right? So where are some of the potential support? If I don't look at the actual Ichimoku cloud, look at the Super Ichi cloud, which is another way to look at the Ichimoku cloud, but taking into account of Super Trend. These are usually volume based. These move a lot faster. You can see that price over here broke above the Ichimoku cloud on high volume, and it's just been backtesting once, twice, and 3 times. Doing all of this downtrend over here, volume is really pathetic. I think these backtests over here are non-committal. I think it's just wanted to kind of come back down and do some backtests. But so far, I think we are right at the top of the Super Ichi cloud right here. There's a good potential we might be finding support, and we could be bouncing up from here moving forward. Although there could also always be a chance for it to go lower. If it goes lower to maybe like 10 cents or something like that, that's also a possibility. But I do find this to be a pretty decent confluent zone over here, because it formed a very, very nice Adam and Eve pattern over here. And the Adam and Eve butt line, I guess it's not really a neck thing, but Adam and Eve double bottom. The butt line is really like right around 10 cents, right around here, which is going to be a potential zone for the test. But we're also at a very, very nice zone over here. I really think that this could be it in terms of Dogecoin correction. If it goes down, I might consider buying more, because it would still be forming a higher low on the greater scheme of things, right? Again, well, still in. If you look at the monthly, I'm going to go back to the Ichimoku cloud. Right now, you do have a little bit of like a bearish engulfing look to it. Monthly bearish engulfing doesn't really bother me. Like this over here was like very, very similar to what's over here, right? So it doesn't really bother me. Whales are still in. You still have greater than 70% of whales on the monthly chart of the Dogecoin chart. So overall, I still think it's a pretty nice looking chart. It's just been kind of consolidating, so you have a little bit of contraction of the Bollinger Band over here. But so far, there's not really anything that is getting me like that concerned about the Dogecoin chart. I still think that it looks pretty decent. And then if you also look at the EMA ribbon on the monthly, is about the ribbon on the weekly. I also want to show you a little bit of confluence here. So this is a Turtle Pro plus ribbon here. I basically just simplify everything. I'm just leaving the 20-week and the 50-week EMA on. And if 20 is over 50, then it's going to be green. If 20 is under 50, it's going to be red, right? So bull trend, bear trend, very easily visualized. Right here, it's just basically been back testing the 50-week EMA, this very nice EMA ribbon over here, just like it did back around this time before it went crazy, right? Back tested down here. I'm not saying that it's going to end up having a parabolic bull trend after that, or am I? I mean, I don't know. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. You figure out what I'm saying. I'm not telling you what exactly is going to happen, because nobody really knows, right? But I'm going to go back here to one chart here that I find very important, which is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Ethereum over Bitcoin. If Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, this goes higher. If Ethereum underperforms Bitcoin, this goes down lower, right? Instead of looking at the EMA ribbon, again, it looks like it wants to challenge the EMA ribbon over here, right? And I'm going to pull up the Ichimoku cloud over here. We're going to look at the monthly. Looks like it wants to enter the Ichimoku cloud just through the passage of time. The downtrend seems to be a lot less and less, and there seems to be more whales coming in. So that's something that's promising. On a weekly, it looks like it's just kind of underneath the Ichimoku cloud over here. It's got a very, very nice candle over here, actually on very, very high volume. So Ethereum pushed up, forming a nice bull flag, getting support over here with the kitchen, with the baseline, looking like it wants to attack the cloud again relatively soon, right? This big giant volume candle over here. So far you have candles number 1, 2, 3, 4 inside candles. Most likely it's going to end up wanting to continue after this consolidation is over. That's what I'm seeing in terms of the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So a lot of positives that I'm seeing here. If you look at the bull market support band on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, you can also see that it's very confluent, right? It's looking like it wants to bounce from the baseline over here. That's why the bull market support band is really starting to turn flat. This hasn't turned flat for a very, very, very long time. It's been really kind of negative downtrending for really closer to about more than a year now. Down, 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 flat, right? This big giant candle over here may have changed the tide of things. You might be talking about the beginning of Ethereum outperformance that might happen soon, right? Bitcoin dominance, what's happening? Look at that. Bitcoin dominance is still very, very, very strong. It's still looking like it just wants to keep going up, right? With the exception that if you're looking at for trend exhaustion, whales seem to be declining. And if you're also looking at the RSI, you can see that there's a lot of bearish divergence that's been happening with Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance really looks like it wants to roll over pretty soon, right? This is what I would refer to as a very strong bearish divergence that's building. So a lot of bearish energy is coming, right? It keeps on rising on declining volume here too. So that's another warning sign for Bitcoin dominance. I don't know when the Bitcoin dominance is going to start dropping. All I know is that the bull trend is exhausting. So we'll see what happens with Bitcoin dominance here over time. A couple other charts here. Looking at the total, I'm going to pull up the monthly chart here. Looking at the Ichimoku cloud. Looking at the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, which basically means that this is the total market cap of cryptocurrency. If you don't count Bitcoin, if you don't count Ethereum, to look at what the altcoins are doing overall, you see you had a bullish cross this month, right? With the Tenkan passing over the Kijun, conversion passing over the baseline, and price just kind of went up and got backtracked it down here at the monthly Ichimoku cloud, just kind of stuck inside the cloud, right? Bounce, 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 bounce from the bottom. So far, we're finding some cloud support over here. So I'm going to give this a benefit of the doubt. Again, whales are still in, still like 63% or something, right? So far, there's not really any like overbought condition here either for these altcoins. So I think there's probably still some room for it to go. If you look at the others chart, which is going to exclude not just Ethereum, Bitcoin, but you're also going to exclude the top 10 cryptocurrency here as well. What you're going to see here, again, there's a diminishing whale over here. You know, the whalish momentum is being lost a little bit, but you're still looking pretty interesting support over here for the others, right? You had a bullish cross over here that happened a few months ago, and right now you lost support here at the Ichimoku cloud, unable to find support here at the conversion line, but the baseline over here, the kitchen over here so far seems to be potentially a pretty decent support over here, right? So I'm seeing that we are at support, and you know what we say about when things are at support. We're at support. I think we're supposed to maintain our bullish lenses, if you will, at support, right? You're talking about being at support with Bitcoin, right? You're talking about being at support with Ethereum. You're talking about being at support with, you know, Solana potentially. You're talking about with Chainlink. You're talking about with Chainlink, you're at support, right? And you're also talking about Doge. You're talking about Doge at support, right? So a lot of things are at support. What do you do when you're at support? Do you sell up because you're bearish at support? I don't know. This is live. Investment is live. You use your own strategy. You do whatever it is that you think is best fitting for you. But I just want to show you that there's a lot of confluence of support, and that I think this correction is getting pretty close to being over, no matter how brutal it has been. And I still think that there is a chance that Ethereum could outperform Bitcoin because of things that I'm seeing over the next few months to a year. Anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts. Have a good one. Bye.